Yeah, I get really excited about this kind of stuff because I feel that at our core, we're in the people business more than we are in the roofing business, you know? Good morning, everybody. Charlie Anderson here. I'm sitting quietly in my office this morning, enjoying a cup of coffee, kind of reflecting on everything that's going on right now. I'm reflecting on um, Dreamworx as a company, reflecting on myself in my role of what I do at my company, what I do for my customers, what we do, just a general kind of taking a step back and looking at everything right now because it really gives me times like this where we're completely shut down due to the global pandemic of COVID-19 that is upon us right now. I'm here completely alone, so don't worry about me um, getting anybody sick here. It's only myself here at the office today, but I'm looking back and I'm really trying to, from a fundamental standpoint, really think about Dreamworx Exteriors, my company, what we do for our customers, and I was combing through some old files here, and I wanted to take this moment to explain. I've talked about it before, but I wanted to explain the insurance process, and I wanted to in particular highlight one customer that I'm extremely proud with what we were able to do, and it's a real testament to what we do as a company and how we help homeowners, we advocate for homeowners in times of need. When it comes to storm work, when it comes to, you had a windstorm, hailstorm coming through to that affected your home, and that's where we come in. That's where we, as a company, really show our true colors, and I'm extremely proud of that. And it's to show you one example here. Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania, back in May of 2019, got hit with a mega hailstorm. We don't get very big storms here in the central PA area, but we had about 1.75 to 2 inch hail falling in this area, about golf ball size. It can do a lot of damage, a whole lot of damage, right? And the homeowners up there were affected very, very much. So, obviously we were there to help people recover from the storm, help them put up temporary tarps, meet with their insurance companies, meet with their adjusters so they didn't have to, so they could continue on with their lives as they normally do. And that's what we do. We help people to navigate this whole process because it can get a little hairy sometimes. It can get a little confusing. There's a lot of paperwork such as this. Nothing is very clearly defined, and you have to really be understanding of how this kind of stuff works. So fast forward, or I should say rewind a few months back, we were contacted by this customer, said they had some hail damage and they wanted us to come out and take a look. They had already had their insurance company out, and their adjuster had been there, written an estimate for the damages, and was on his way. He was gone. So this is the paperwork that they were left with, and I apologize, maybe this is backwards, I can't quite tell. But this number, I got my light on right here, we're looking at $12,609 is the total replacement cost value that the insurance company put on the damage, and that was what they estimated it would cost to replace everything and bring them back to their pre-storm condition. $12,609, right? So we went out there, one of our reps went out there, his name is Mike, and he took a full look at the roof, looked at the siding, looked at the gutters, and noticed that there was a ton of stuff that was not included on this estimate. So what we did was we talked to our homeowners, we advocated for them. We said, look guys, there's a ton of, could somebody replace the roof for this amount of money? Absolutely. Somebody out there could most certainly do it, but that's not the point here. The point here is there was damages that were missed, damages that were underpaid, and code items that were not included, right? As building professionals, as contractors, it is our responsibility to know these things, to know about the codes, to know about proper method of repair, to bring these homes back to their pre-storm condition. The house was perfectly fine, roof was good beforehand, and now everything is damaged, and it's our responsibility to be the experts here, to know these things. So that's what we did here. We talked to them, said, look, you're missing A, B, and C. On this initial estimate, we were written only for a roof replacement, and I think a couple pieces of siding. So, walk you through the process a little bit. Hopefully this video isn't getting too boring, but I'm gonna walk you through the process of what we did for these guys. We took all of our documentation, we took pictures of everything, measurements of everything. We pulled what's called an ITEL report, which is a third-party program that tells you the availability of building materials in your area. So we looked at three things. We looked at the roof, we looked at the siding, and we looked at the gutters. All three had sustained a ton of damage, and one of those items was discontinued, is no longer available. So we cannot find a reasonable match of like kind and quality to replace that with. So we took that documentation, submitted it to the insurance company, wrote for a full wrap of all the siding around the home, to turn our attention to the roof. The roof was missing a lot of key components. It was missing the pipe flashings that go around your pipes. It was missing ice and water barrier, which is a code required item that needs to come 12 inches up inside the warm wall. They were missing a handful of other things, some step flashing replacement, and I don't remember exactly everything off the top of my head because I'm trying to focus on the numbers here, not the actual scope of the project. So we submitted everything to their insurance company, and this is the kicker. Their insurance company came back and went like this. No. They said no, absolutely flat out, we're not doing anything else. Your contractor is trying to rip you off. The way that we wrote this estimate is perfectly fine. We know hundreds of contractors that will do it for that price. Like I said, are there some people that will do it for that price? Absolutely. But the point here is you need to find a contractor that can fight for you, that can find these items, see that we cannot replace them as is. There's damages that were missed. You got to be trained to what to look for when it comes to hail damage, right? Because it's not very easy to spot sometimes. Luckily, in this instance, we were able to really, really take all the right documentation, and we had the insurance company out there two and three times. I spent countless hours on the phone talking to this insurance company for this customer, talking with the customer, keeping them abreast the entire time as to what was going on, because the insurance company is telling them one thing while we're telling them a completely different thing. So we had to fight, we had to supplement, we had to meet the insurance company back out there several times to re-walk over, look at all the damages, but we knew that the damage was there. We know it's there, and we know that the homeowners did not have that prior to the hailstorm, and it's our responsibility, it's our burden to carry. If we find that damage, you better believe we're gonna fight tooth and nail to get you everything that you are entitled to under your policy, right? You pay your premiums, you should be allowed to recoup that money whenever something does happen. And in this case, it happened, and we were there to fight for them. You know, the insurance companies are very, very busy. I don't want to talk poor of them, ill of them. They are very busy people. They have hundreds and thousands of reps out there at any time, helping homeowners scope the damages scope the damage to their property. Sometimes they miss things. They're all human, just like the rest of us. So that's where we came in to help them out. So as I mentioned before, we started out at $12,609 on this claim. This is the final set of paperwork that we got here. This was after, I'll be honest with you, months of fighting, months of documenting, pictures, phone calls, text messages, emails, you name it, we went down that route to help our customers. So the final number that is on this piece of paper here is $35,367. So what did we get for $35,367? Well, we got the entire roof covered, we got all of their siding covered, all of their window wraps covered, all the aluminum capping that goes around your windows, as well as new gutters. So we were able to get our homeowners a full new exterior of their home, pretty much, right? Just for the cost of their deductible, which I think in this case was about $3,000. Not a lot, you know, not a cheap deductible by any means, but for the value that we were able to bring, right? You're getting an entirely new house. Roof, siding, gutters, window wraps. Your home is, you're coming home to a different home than you did previously, right? For $3,000, I'd say that's a killer deal, right? So I would love, I'm gonna post some pictures. I might even loop them into this video here, but I'm gonna put some before and after pictures to really show you, you know, that we took this house from your average home that if you were driving down the block, you never would have even noticed it, to what is probably the best looking house in the neighborhood now. Brand new Pacific blue siding, beautiful black roof, bright white window wraps that pop off of that brand new siding. Just all around absolutely amazing. So I get really excited over this stuff because I love to help people. We are in the people business more than we're in the roofing business, right? So much of what we do is that interpersonal relationship, that I want you to understand that we are a honest, trustworthy company, that we have your best interest at heart. And that's, that's what this is all about. This is about, especially in a time like right now, whenever our interpersonal relationships are really being tested right now because we're only allowed to talk to each other via phones. We don't want to talk to each other face to face. That we, really want to embody that we're here to work for you. The second that you talk to one of our reps, you become our top priority, and we will do whatever it takes to make sure that you are getting treated fairly, and that you are getting the best possible work and the best possible products that we can install. So again, we went from $12,609 to $35,367. Humongous improvement to this home. This is what we do. This is what we love to do, and this is why we love to do it. To the Adams family out there, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being one of our customers. We truly appreciate you, and you taking the plunge with us, and you trusting in us to do the right thing and to help you guys out. And I hope that you guys are more than satisfied with all of the work. Again, I will post some pictures of that work that we did here so you can see exactly what it looks like. So thank you guys for taking the time to listen. That's all I wanted to touch on right now, and stay safe and healthy out there, and take care of each other. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.